Hi, I'm here with Chris Blakesley of Broder Brothers, and we just finished a session on turnarounds. Now, Chris, Broder has obviously had a nice year in 2010. What can you tell the audience about the difference between '09 and 2010?
Well, certainly customer sentiment appears to be much more positive. I think the fact that we've had a good run for a couple of quarters now in economic growth, particularly within the industry, people are feeling more secure. We sort of always felt that the downturn was a little overstated, people really just reacting harshly to some of the early bank failures, et cetera. And so people are more comfortable, they're buying again, they're investing, and so as long as that continues, I think we'll have good success in 2011.
And your revenues have obviously turned around from '09 to 2010. What can you pinpoint as far as a sales or marketing strategy that has been integral to that turnaround?
Well, there are a couple of things. The biggest strategy that we've had is our three-part guarantee to the marketplace, where we've basically committed to customers that we will not be undersold, we will not be out of stock on core items, or we'll pay the customer for being out of stock, and that we'll ship accurately. And if we don't ship accurately, we'll pay them for that mistake as well. And so what it was us saying after the recovery that we had last year, we were committed to giving them what we know is the most important part of the business to them, and that's to be able to rely on us. So it's our mission to become the ultra reliable wholesale supplier of apparel in the industry. And then beyond that, it is really focusing our sales and marketing teams on finding ways to help customers grow their business. And so we've introduced more consultative selling, more marketing tools that are free to customers to promote their business, and we're trying to help customers identify other market segments where they can grow that they might not currently be aware of.
And a quick outlook for 2011, what do you think the business is in store for next year?
I think it's going to be a good year. Obviously, we're going to get revenue help, as will most of our customers, because of price increases, but we're not exactly sure what the price volatility will turn out to be next year. Some of that can get discounted back pretty quickly depending on what shapes up in demand. But we're expecting this year is going to turn out to be 4 to 5% unit growth year for the industry, and there's no reason for us to believe that it won't be 5 or 6% next year.
Gotcha. Well, Chris, thanks for your time here, and thanks for your time on the panel today.
Sure, thank you.
Hi, I'm here with Frederick Locker, who's a principal partner of Locker, Greenberg, and Brainin. And Frederick does a lot of legal work with the Toy Industry Association, lots of product safety issues. So the toy industry and any children's products have obviously undergone many changes in the last couple of years as far as product safety is concerned. What do you think people need to know right now to protect themselves?
I think the biggest thing for people to realize is these products are safe, and products made and anywhere in the world, but with the ingenuity of American designers and producers, are among the safest, and they continue to be so. We've gone through a painful readjustment of the last few years to assure that they're the safest that they can be, and they are.
Now, you talked about one factor of the CPSIA law that distributors in this industry will be specifically interested in, and that's the idea that they can really sort of indemnify themselves with certification letters from suppliers. Maybe you can expand on that a little bit.
Sure. The one silver lining of the new law is that a distributor or retailer can rely on a certificate of compliance for the sale from their supplier or manufacturer and not face either criminal or civil liability. That doesn't mean there may not be a remote likelihood of a recall, but if it does, they won't be facing the more draconian or onerous penalties that the new law provides for.
Sure. Now, those are obviously just focused on children's products, items that can get into the hands of any kids that are under 12. Do you know if there's any laws or anything that might look at other products that might do that?
Well, keep in mind that the CPSC administers a lot of acts. So, for example, they administer the Flammable Fabrics Act, dealing with flammability of all apparel. And to the extent that you have representation of compliance, you can also rely on that and not face a civil or criminal liability. So I think that's sort of a good thing about this. So I think that will help distributors of products and retailers.
Gotcha. Great. Well, Frederick, thanks for your time in the session today, and thank you for a couple minutes right now.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. For ASI TV, this is Andy Cohen.